Oh my gosh. I am hoping I am live, but I am looking. Hang on, let me refresh my page. Here we go. All right, we were on a delay on Facebook. Welcome to Pop Up Live. We have returned. This is going to be a weekly program. So I'm going to be here every single Thursday from noon until maybe 1 o'clock Eastern. We'll see how long we go. I don't guarantee the whole hour, but it depends on the topics that we're going to be talking about. For those of you who may be tuning in who do not know who I am, maybe you don't follow my page or it doesn't matter. My name is Jen Rose. I am a psychic medium and an intuitive coach, and I am based in the Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C. area. And welcome to Pop Up Live. So this is my little, what is now going to be a weekly program. And I am really excited for it because I've wanted to do this for a while. I've done Pop Up Live for, I don't know, the last year or two, maybe, but I mean, sporadically as I had time. But fortunately, several months ago, hey, Stephanie, hi, honey. Yes, if you are here, please post in the comments. Thank you. I love you. So I have been doing this now full time. So being able to work with people, being able to actually answer my calling, which is to help others with my mediumship, with my coaching, with my teaching. Hey, Anna, welcome. And Pop Up Live is going to become part of that. So each week, I'm going to have some topics that I delve into. Today, we're going to be talking about energy and recognizing when our energy is blocked and what to do when it is blocked. So, and I teach a whole class on this. I'll talk about the classes later. That's really not what this is about. But also, as this grows, it develops, I plan to have special guests join me, and I'm trying to get one for next week. Please keep your fingers crossed that I can do that. So it's going to just be a nice space to take a break and breathe. And if you are on your lunch hour, tune in on your phone. If you're sitting at your desk at work, eating your sandwich at your desk, which is what I used to do because I never left my desk. Honestly, it kind of still feels like I don't. But tune in because I want this to be an uplifting moment in your day, in your week. And that's why I'm here. And we're going to laugh along the way. I may do readings here and there. I think I'm going to do a couple of card pulls. Hey, Kim, welcome. I see some really lovely ladies who are watching. So again, please, say hi in the comments. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hang on, because all of these comments, and I forget, I'm on StreamYard. I forget I can show my comments. Hey, staff. There's Anna. Yay. And Kim. All right. Awesome. So I have to refresh myself on all of this. So I apologize. This first one might be a little bit rocky. Might be. But I'm happy you're here. I'm happy to be here. This will be broadcast on Facebook and on YouTube. I may expand that later because I noticed that StreamYard, you can now almost send it anywhere. So might send it over to my Instagram. By the way, please follow me if you're not already following on Facebook and Instagram. That little scroll at the bottom, please just go ahead, follow. I would appreciate it. It means a lot to me. The support means a lot to me. And speaking of support, if you're on Facebook, you may see the little stars thing. Stars is a tool that helps content creators. So if you enjoy their content and you want to send stars, it helps us financially. And I mean, it's not like a big amount of money. It's like a few cents. But sending those stars really helps, because producing this content, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy and effort. But it's also, something I love doing. It's something that I want to bring to people, because I think we all need to be uplifted. And also, please feel free, put your comments in the chat. I will answer questions as I can. And if the question is on topic, great. If it's something else about mediumship, about the paranormal, about spirituality in general, pop it in there. Pop it in there. And if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But I'll also tell you, hey, I know somebody who does, and maybe you should go check them out. So, because I am also about supporting others who do this work. And that is something that is incredibly important to me. So, now that I've got my introductions out of the way, let's get started. So, I want to talk today about energy. Because what is energy? Energy's everything. We are made of energy. And personally, when your energy is blocked or out of balance, it can show up in some pretty uncomfortable, wacky, and weird ways. And it's not fun. It doesn't feel good. One of the ways when I know my energy is blocked is that I will get headaches right here. And that lets me know that my energy center, and again, I can talk about energy centers, but that's a whole different class. That's a whole class in and of itself. But my energy center here, commonly known as the third eye, is blocked. So if I get that headache and I've been feeling just out of balance and like I'm not really clear on things, like feeling kind of foggy, that's a sign that my energy in this center is blocked. And our energy centers can get blocked from all kinds of things. They can get blocked from our own internal dialogues. If we are struggling with something internally, emotionally, that can block an energy center. That may block your heart chakra, could block your solar plexus, where our emotions are. And then we start to feel gross. When you have a blocked solar plexus, I mean, you could feel really sluggish. You could feel kind of queasy physically. Emotionally, you may feel numb, or you may go the opposite direction and feel like you're all over the place, like your emotions just will not chill. So these are the way that energy blockages show up in our bodies, and that affects us. That affects us in a lot of ways, and even ways that we may not even realize, because it affects not only how we feel, it affects how we think about things. It clouds our viewpoints. And it also can affect our interactions with the people that we care about. So there's a lot to this whole energy thing. And that's why maintaining your energy is so important. And learning to recognize when something is off, when you feel a block. Hey, Veronica, good to see you, honey. Thank you for popping in. But recognizing that block, it's really important. And please pipe in the comments, because I know that we've got some folks watching who do this work like I do. And if there are other things, other types of ways that this shows up or can show up, please chime in. I'll put your comment on the screen. I have no problem doing that, because I want to learn from people too. That's part of this. But back to blocking, or being blocked. It's something that we have to be cognizant of. We need to be aware of. And sometimes it can sneak up on us. It really does. I know last year I was going through a very, very stressful time. My work was not in a good place. And this is my old work. By trade, I am a professional trainer and instructional designer. And that is what I did for a very long time. I train people, is what I do. I teach. So I was working for a company and I was really unhappy. I was so unhappy. And I had really started doing this work, working with my clients. And it was just a constant tug. It was a constant drain, because I knew that I should be doing this. The universe was sending me signs that I should be doing this, but I was ignoring them, and I felt it in my energy. I felt those blocks. I felt it when I would be done with my day at 5, 6, 7 o'clock, because I never knew when I was actually going to wrap up. And I was numb. I was numb. You shouldn't feel numb. Not after a day of work. Not after a day of work. That should not happen. And it affected not just me in that way. It affected my husband. My husband saw that I was not the person that he loved. This was a whole different shell of someone else. And that's when, things started happening and the universe started working its magic. And in September, I left that job and I'm doing this full time. And I'm working with clients and I am teaching and doing the things I love to do. And that is wonderful. It's wonderful. But even doing this work, we can still get out of balance. So when you feel that you're out of balance, what do you do about it? What do you do? Those of you who are watching, who understand this, who've done this energy work, put in the comments what you do to clear and rebalance your energy. Please do. I'm happy to share that information. But there are a number of ways that you can do it once you recognize that your energy is out of whack. It's not right. The ways that I teach to do it, a lot of it does involve meditation. Now, I know meditation is not everybody's thing, but meditation does not have to be you are sitting in the lotus position and with the ohms, and it can be that, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But it doesn't have to be that. Your meditation can be as simple as taking a walk and not even thinking about anything. Just becoming aware of what's around you, the sounds, the feelings, the smells. That can help balance us. Nature is a big equalizer. I love this. I love this. Veronica, I go for walks and take baths. I'm going to talk about those in a minute too, because I'm a big fan of baths. So thank you, Veronica. But nature, as I said, is a big equalizer. It is a big equalizer. People make fun of tree huggers. I am a tree hugger. I love touching trees, the bark, and I can instantly feel grounded and connected when I do. And I can feel my energy begin to align again. So don't discount those walks you take to clear your head, because guess what? They actually do. They clear your energy. Another thing, and oh, this is cute. Also being around animals. Yes, and I have animals. I have 3 cats who are babies. Well, they're big babies. They're 9 months old. And I have an elderly Dutch Shepherd who is a sweetheart. But they do balance us. Animals, yes. Animals are a wonderful way to balance your energy. A purring cat or a loving dog. I always say my dog's a rescue, but I really think he was an emotional support dog before we rescued him, just because of how sensitive he is. But yeah, animals. And then Veronica had mentioned baths. So salt baths, Epsom salt, sitting in salt water and letting all of that gunk just release, letting the salt draw it out of your energy field, of your aura, is a great way to rebalance yourself. The meditations, again, you can do. I have a variety of meditations that I have written, that I offer in some of my classes. I'm going to start recording those and putting them on my website, because it's specifically for energetic balance. And it's really important. It's just important. And I really wanted to talk about this because, not just that I've been teaching classes about it, but also because a lot of people have been feeling this almost collective, I want to call it universal gunk. Hello, welcome. Is it Lorena? Hi, thank you for being here. But a lot of people have been feeling just this gunk, this energetic gunk for a few months now. And it's very easy for us to get weighed down by that and mired in it. And then that affects our whole lives. It really does. It affects our whole lives. And it can be pretty easy to do that with everything that's happening in the world. We absorb all of it. We absorb all of it. But we also have to understand that that's what we're doing. And that's why we may be feeling off. I talked about internally what could cause a block, but let's talk about the external factors. I'm going to go back for a minute. The external factors that can block your energy is just things going on around you. You know, things like the fires in LA, or the war that was in Gaza, that thank the gods we have peace now. But things like that do affect us, especially if you're empathic. You are going to absorb all of it, and it's horrible. It's horrible. So that's why clearing your energy and finding ways to do it that work for you. And like I said, it doesn't have to be meditation. The salt baths, spending time with your animals. Maybe it's just disconnecting from everything and just being for a little while, allowing your mind to rest. It's really important because we're in some pretty strange times right now. That's what I'll say, just some strange times. And I know that a lot of us who are psychic and empathic feel it. We do. And it's incredibly important for us to maintain our energy balance. What also can help us balance our energy and maintain it is simple things, really simple things like moving our bodies. And I'm not talking about go run a mile. I'm not talking about that at all. But I'm talking about maybe just some stretching, dancing. Before I came on, I had this little music playing and I was just bopping in my chair. It was awesome. It made me feel good. My vibration raised. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And I felt good. Things like that can help us clear. Also, what we put into our bodies is really important. When we're stressed out and we're just so exhausted, how do we nourish ourselves? I know that I turn to things like fast food. I love me a cheeseburger. I do. I love me a cheeseburger. But it's not the greatest thing, especially when it's from McDonald's or Wendy's. It's really not the greatest thing. And in full disclosure here for those who may not know, and I'm really open about this, I am in recovery. I am a recovering alcoholic, 5 years sober, and I'm very proud of that. But recovery is a process that I choose every single day. But a lot of people who especially they feel things very deeply. And maybe there was a lot of trauma because that will also block your energy. They turn to substances to numb that pain. Thank you, Anna, honey. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what I did. I was in an abusive marriage. I didn't know what to do. So I drank. I numbed myself to stop myself from feeling. So be mindful of what you're putting into your body. Are you, when you've had a long day, turning to that glass of wine, which is fine, absolutely fine. But think about what's nourishing your body, not what's numbing it and giving it instant gratification like my cheeseburgers do, but what's actually nourishing it. So, not going to preach, not judging, not doing any of that. But these are things that do affect our energy. So, that's what I wanted to say about that. And we're also now in this brand new year. It is January 23rd. It's 2025. And I think a lot of us are looking at what we want for this year. And when we're doing that, it's important that our energy centers are open, they're clear, they're not blocked up. Excuse me, I'm adjusting myself. But it's important to do that because when we're setting goals for ourselves, and I don't do New Year's resolutions anywhere. I don't do it. I set intentions. But when you are setting intentions for yourself, your energy needs to be balanced and clear in order to be able to work towards manifesting those intentions. Oh, Veronica. Yep, it is. It's very hard in early recovery. It's incredibly hard in early recovery, Veronica. I'll come back to that in a minute because I do understand that. Early recovery was awful. Was awful. I get that. But in order to be able to set effective intentions and not just, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week and I'm going to cut back my caffeine intake. Those are great things, but those aren't intentions. Intentions are what you want for yourself, for your life. They're really specific things. Like one of my intentions for this year is to grow and expand. Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. But it's to grow and to expand my business. And that's not from a financial standpoint. Finance is great. Having that abundance is awesome. I love it. But really, from a standpoint of I am more recognizable, so I can help the people I'm meant to help. So that's why you see me all over social media. That's why I do the videos I do. And it's because I care about these things. But there are those out there who are like me, the me of 6 years ago. I needed to see the content I make today. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. But yeah, so that's one of my intentions for the year. And I'm working to make that happen. So I'm going to go take a peek at the comments and see what we've got here. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? All right. Tina, honey. Hi, honey. Thank you for being here. Anna, speaking of feeling better, I have heard that putting crystals in water is a great way to hydrate and improve energy. What is my opinion on that? I'm a big fan of crystals and crystal energy. How many of you are familiar with Tammy Christine Medium? You can send a heart or a thumbs up or something. You know Tammy. She's really one of my best friends and I love her, and you're probably going to see her on the show at some point. But she is a crystal goddess. I mean, she has taught me so much about crystals, crystal healing. And yeah, so crystals, I actually have a water bottle. It's so funny you mentioned this, Anna. This is hilarious because I was looking for it before the show. I wanted to put my water in it and I ended up putting it in my big one. But I have a water bottle that I can change the crystals out. And crystal energy, because crystals are energy, I think is very good. It's healthy. I like crystal infused things, crystal, with my water. I think that it honestly does help. But the crystals, you put your intentions into those crystals. What you vibe with their vibration, right? Right? And then it's, what are you doing for me? This is what I want you to do for me, what I need you to do for me. But I love crystals, and I will even, all right, so I got the Three Stooges. This is what I call them, and it's with love, but they sit here on my desk. So we got Larry, we got Mo, and we got Curly. And I love my crystals. I love my crystals. So, yeah, crystal infused water bottles. Yeah, go for it. And I'm really annoyed that I can't find mine right now. So, I'm going to, after the show, go look for it. Hey, this is part of what I do. And, I love doing this. Tammy is awesome. She is. She is, and I'm going to make her watch this replay later. So everybody who knows Tammy, tell her how awesome she is, because I'm gonna make her watch this later. I love her too. Yep, she's amazing. Tammy's amazing. We love Tammy. Thanks for, oh, good. Yes. So I know that the water bottles like that can get a little pricey. So do your shopping on that, Anna. But honestly, they're worth it. I have one that comes with different crystal options to put into it. And I change them out based on what I need. So I have amethyst, because I love amethyst, and I am an Aquarius. It's Aquarian season. Yes, it is. And I know Stephanie Treadway, my fellow Aquarian, I know you are watching. And yes, Tammy is so awesome and such a beautiful person. And I love her so much. I love her. She's like my sister. I love her. Hey, Brittany! But, you know, just, you can get those bottles. You can look at the crystals that may come with it, and look at it and see if, okay, does this crystal, is this going to provide what I need? So like I said, I have one that I put amethyst into sometimes. Sometimes I'll put rose quartz in it. Sometimes I'll put aventurine in it. Just depends on where I am, what I feel I need, what I want that crystal to provide to me. So, awesome. Awesome. Brittany, honey, thank you for being here. Did I pop your comment up? Oh, Veronica, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Crystals help. They do. And I'm trying to remember. I know somebody gifted me actually a crystal when I was in recovery as well. And I'm not sure I actually have that crystal anymore. And I didn't even know what it was at the time. I didn't know what type of crystal it was. And later, I mean, I learned, and now I have a ton of it. It was labradorite. And labradorite is a really good, supportive, protective crystal. So I have a ton of labradorite now. But somebody had gifted me one too. And I think that that's really special. I love that they did that for you, Veronica. I really do. I really do. All right. So we got all these people here. I'm so excited. I am so excited. A couple of other things that I just want to mention, and I want to talk about while we're here, is that, again, your support, following me, that means everything, because the more support I get, the more people that I can work with, and the more people that I can help. And I do, as I said, I teach classes, and I've got some upcoming events that I want to talk about. Actually, I'm really excited because we were just talking about Tammy. So Tammy and I are doing a joint gallery reading February 15th. It is online. Hi, Carla. Oh, honey, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. We're doing a joint gallery reading February 15th on Zoom. Tickets are available now. I will put a link to that event in the chat. But it's for Valentine's weekend. And I think it'll be a wonderful time. If you want to attend, I know Valentine's weekend is crazy for a lot of people, but we're making sure that we're doing it at a time when you're not going out to dinner or whatever you're doing in the evening. It's like from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Here, let me get a link. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Right now, I need a better place to actually post my paid events, but I also post some free events, and I've got a free event coming up I'm going to tell you about too. I do both, and my free events are really my way of giving back to people. but let me get this link to you. All right. So this is the Eventbrite link to Connections of the Heart with Tammy, Christine, and I on February 15th, Valentine's weekend. And we will be doing gallery reading. Tammy is an amazing, amazing medium. I'm okay. I'm an okay medium. You know, so if you join us, I know you'll have a wonderful time, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. The other things that I do have coming up, I'll talk about that. February 20th. February is actually a really busy month. February 20th, I actually have a free masterclass, and this is a 1-hour masterclass. And I was talking about intentions. This is called Own Your Power, the Art of Effective Intention Setting. This is February 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a 1-hour class, absolutely free. You can get your ticket on Eventbrite. What that'll do is that'll just make sure that you get the Zoom link. And it's all about setting those intentions that are effective. Ones that will actually work, ones that you can manifest. So that's going to be a good one. And there are still a few tickets available for that. That one got really popular really fast, but the free stuff normally does. And that's okay. And let me get the link to that. Like I said, everything I have right now is on Eventbrite. And I think I can actually just send a link to my profile there so you guys can just see all of the events. But I am going to be putting them on my website too. Actually, tonight, when I talked to my webmaster, that's my husband, I was in Cape Cod this week with my dog. I miss my dog. I'm here with the cats. He went to Cape Cod to go spend time with his parents and help them on some house projects, because his parents they're getting up there in age, and there's just a lot of stuff that needs to be done around the house, and these are all like interior projects, so he's not like outside in 10-degree weather or anything. But he's up there, and he took the dog with him, and I miss them both. Might miss the dog a little more, but I miss them both. So I'm kidding. I miss my husband. I have a wonderful husband. He's amazing, and I love it. So they are up there, and he is a good. Aw, Tina, honey. Hang on. Yes, he is a good guy. Tina knows my husband, so yes, he is a very good guy, and I got really fortunate with him. Really fortunate. But they say third time's a charm. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, back to my events. And you will see I am ADHD, so I will trail off kind of like a squirrel. But I eventually come back around to the point. I promise, I do. The last event I want to talk to you about that's also being offered in February, and it's 2 days after my master class. This is a 3-hour interactive workshop. It is going to be on Zoom. It's a paid workshop, but it's an affordable one. The things that I charge for, I like to keep as affordable as possible for people, especially if it's in the teaching space, the learning space, because let's face it, it's really not cheap to be able to learn some of these things. Haley, get out of here, guys. Go report Ms. Haley, because I see we got a troll coming up here. So hang on. Go away, Haley. Go away. Block. There we go. See ya. Bye. And we'll delete those comments. It's going to happen. You got to love the internet, don't you? All right. I think we've got her taken care of. So, anyway, but hey, Stephanie, she was offering you a reading. So, wow. Now, where was I? What was I talking about? My upcoming event. I told you I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel, but trolls like that really bug the crap out of me. All right. Radiant energy is what it's called, and it's unlocking the power of auras. Brittany's laughing at me, girl. I see that. It's called Radiant Energy, Unlocking the Power of Auras. It is a 3-hour workshop. And what I do in this workshop, and I've actually taught it several times, it used to be called All the Colors of the Rainbow, and I kind of changed the name of it just to kind of freshen it up a little bit. But it's essentially the same content, but expanded. And we're going to walk through auras, and I'm going to teach you how to see them, how to feel them, how to interpret them. And it's a really cool workshop. And that's coming up February 22nd from noon until 3 p.m. Eastern time. That is a Saturday. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will, let me get the link to that one. So if you would like to attend, I would love to have you. It's, like I said, pretty reasonably priced. Oh, that's what I was talking about now. See, I did come back around. It was pretty reasonably priced. It is, because I like to keep what I teach affordable, because there are a lot of workshops out there that you can take through different networks, that are really expensive. About the same topics. But I want this to be accessible, because these things should be accessible. If you are traveling a path or you just want to learn more, then I don't want to block anyone from being able to learn. And that's really important to me. And as far as teaching, that's why I try to keep these things affordable. Later on in the springtime, I am going to be teaching beginning mediumship. It's likely going to be called Building Blocks to Mediumship. And it's going to be a 6-week program. And it's for brand new and mediums. Or even if you're not sure you're a medium, but you think you might be a medium, we'll go through it. We're going to go through it. But that's 6 weeks training, 2 hours a week, live with me, plus support and all this other stuff. But I'm going to keep that affordable. And this actually brings up something else, and my squirrel brain is going. And if you're still hanging with me, thank you. But my squirrel brain is going. There are a lot of people out there who offer to teach mediumship. A lot of them. There are really reputable teachers, really big names that you would recognize. I have studied with some of them. They're definitely worth it. Then there are also what I call the TikTok mediums, who got a following and then decided that qualified them to teach mediumship. Be careful when you are thinking about diving into this, and this is with me or anyone else. And I will I warn people, please be careful. Please do your research. Even if it's only a few bucks that they're charging, please research them. Please make sure that they can do what they're saying they can do. And if you take a beginning mediumship class and all they're doing is explaining how to ground, doing a meditation to tap in, and then popping you into a Zoom breakout room with another person and saying, read, they're not teaching you anything. So, get off my soapbox. But it's a big issue in this industry, and it's a big pet peeve of mine personally, and I will admit that. And I think it is a big pet peeve of mine because I am a trained teacher. I am an educator, and I have been an educator for a very long time. And there are some mediums who are great mediums who shouldn't teach because they don't know how to teach. Because you can do something and maybe even do it well doesn't mean that you can teach it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Somebody put in the comments, please, if that makes sense. And yeah, Tina, there are a lot of trolls and fakes. A lot of them. A lot of them. And that's something that I care about the space a lot. And if gosh, we're at 12:46. If you, well, I go till 1. If you guys are hanging out with me and you've hung out with me this far, thank you. Thank you so much. If you watch this on replay, thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tina, Anna, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting this. But it is something that I'm really passionate about, and passionate in that way that, hey, that person shouldn't be teaching. They might be a wonderful person. They might be a wonderful medium. It doesn't mean they can teach. And I've seen some of the folks that they have taught do a lot of damage because they're not trained properly. Don't get me wrong. What we do is amazing. It is wonderful. But if you are not trained, and I mean really trained and practiced at how to not only receive the messages, but to deliver them, you can do a lot of harm to someone. A lot of harm. So that's why I'm really passionate about this. And I'm going to tell a story. Back when I was a teenager, and Tina, you may be aware of this because, guys, Tina Cook is my cousin. She is my lifelong heart sister. So, but Tina, you may remember this. But back in the 80s, where I lived, there's a town called Leesburg, wasn't far from us. My mom had seen in the paper. Let me backtrack. Squirrel brain. My dad passed away in 1985 of cancer. I was 16 at the time. I love you too, sweetheart. And it was hard. So I remember it was like a year or two later. So this would be the late 80s, mid to late 80s. My mom saw an ad in one of the local newspapers for a medium, psychic medium in Leesburg, which is this town. And it was just this nice little write-up and, really good. And my mom wanted to go. So, and my mom has been interested in this stuff. She had her own abilities. Our family has these abilities. Tina's got these abilities. But so she wanted to go. And she's like, she took me. So we each got a reading. And my reading was, I don't even remember it now. I don't. But when it was time for my mom to get her reading, the medium sent me into her waiting room, which was fine. It's fine. I hung out. My mom got her reading. And then we left. And my mom she looked a little kind of off. And we're driving home, and she said, Jenny, because that's how my family referred to me, as Jenny. Jenny, she told me that your daddy's stuck and that he hasn't gone to heaven. Do you know how bad that messed up my mom? And I have seen mediums today do that kind of stuff because they don't know any better, or they're trying to scam. So that's why I get on my soapbox with this stuff. Also, one other thing I'm going to say before I start to wrap things up here. You're going to get me unfiltered. For the most part. I am a very opinionated woman. I am 55 years old, almost 56. And I'm going to say what I need to say. And I'm going to call out BS when I see it. And that may be sometimes on this platform. Could happen. Could happen. But I wanted to talk about that. And just, so that's why I'm so passionate about this, because it messed my mom up. It really messed my mom up for a long time, because she thought, and then later on she was okay, and she kind of realized, that was just, no, that wasn't the case. And I mean, I talk to my mom and dad every day in spirit. So, and I know where my daddy is. I know where my mom is. And they can come and go as they please. So, but those are the types of things that do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. There are other examples, but I don't have that kind of time today. I apologize. I said I might do a card reading. But you know what I am going to do? We're running out of time. I do have my cards here. I am going to pull a card just for the collective, just for the rest of the day. A little bit of information that you may need for today. And I'm working with the Work Your Light deck. Let me clear my cards and get them kind of shuffled here. But this is with the intention that it be for the greatest good of the collective, of those who are viewing this stream now or who will view it later. Oh, okay. All right, that felt weird. Keepers of the earth. It's about your ancient ancestors. This card is telling you you're not alone. You're not alone on your path. You're not alone in what you're going through. Know that. Know that there is a whole collective around you. Know that your loved ones, your ancestors in the ethereal plane are with you. But know that you also have those of us here who are part of your collective. So you're not alone. Find your tribe, find your people. All right. So, Anna, thank you. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You guys, awesome. So I'm going to wrap up for today. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Because it's very easy for us to feel alone when we're on the journey, when we're doing the work. Or even when we're not on the journey, but we're just not sure what we are. That's when we really feel But whatever journey you're on, doesn't matter. You're not alone. And there's somebody out there who has walked it before you and made it to the other side, made it to the end. And they can help you along. Oh, Veronica. You're so welcome, sweetheart. That's what I'm here for. You're so welcome. But you're not alone. And I will leave you with that thought until next week. Thank you for being here. My love to you all. Stay warm, especially if you're in the Midwest and East Coast. Stay warm, stay safe. Feel joy. Feel joy. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.